Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we all lost our memories
is totally stupid. Obviously. You're saying amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened. Shoot!
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost mine. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
So the idea that we
is totally stupid.
Obviously.
You're saying we all got amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy.
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Shoot! You're saying we all got spontaneous and since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you. I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this, I remember everything that...
No, that's wrong. Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show.
No! It's a video of all of us.
When you say,
I mean all of us.
you lie! I never...
No, it's not a lie.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
Did you expect me to believe all this?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have...
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings. What were the...
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And?
We'd say no,
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes.
Why?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody. You don't remember choosing to live here forever. Or even.
It doesn't matter if even if I bought the whole amnesia thing. That's just insane.
Insane or not.
You sure are.
I know it sounds absurd, but.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then.
Yep. You all talk.
This is all...
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie! Of course. There's no way. How could someone just.
How? Come. That hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's
I knew I could count on you.
the interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo. Those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a...
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with?
That has something to do with the memories you stole?
But that part... Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly! You're just making stuff up! There's no way the mastermind is probably a million miles away!
No, it's wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. So there can't be any doubt.
There can't be, in which case, there also can be no doubt.
What?
Recall what Makoto told. So if the mastermind is...
How'd
So we're the only one. It's not me! I'm not.
Well, it's not me!
I blame Makoto!
What? Why me?
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The
Aw, nuts!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should...
Yeah, well, how much?
He's right.
If you want something to talk about, we haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
I got it! All of the wounds covering her...
Hey, now hold on a second. It made it pretty clear. So they can't possibly be.
Consider this. What if...
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, if that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to...
That doesn't make it because, huh? Isn't it obvious? She was.
You're wrong.
She didn't. I'm not weird, okay? Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Are you finished?
You didn't deny me this. You made me go.
Don't worry, there wasn't anything cute about it.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all.
No, it's wrong! No, the file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after when she entered this school...
To be denied so completely. Maybe it's.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they
As a matter of when
unless anyone has any better suggestion, the wounds Mukuro sustained all over...
But if that's what, then does that mean she's really been?
That's exactly what... When we found her body in the garden...
So then, what a... Makoto, you said you were attacked in your... If Mukuro had already been dead, so who was it that...
I got it! The one who attacked me. When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all.
What are you laughing?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting... Let's start off with Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? And as such, you can't really know who was under that mask. The true identity of the masked attacker. Do you... You never saw their face, so you can't have any. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the attacker we can use.
Oh? And what is it, the right hand or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips? You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
You're wrong. Even if there's another part of the attacker we can...
Oh? And is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Shoot! You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was.
You're wrong. Even if there's another part of the attacker...
Oh? And is it the right hand? Shoot! You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the... or the left? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps the left. Or could it be... the hips? You never saw there, so you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba. Shoot! You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. Even if there's another part of the attacker we can...
Oh? And what is it, the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Shoot!
I refuse to give up yet!
You never saw there, so you can't have. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro.
You're wrong. Even without seeing that, there's another part of the attacker we can use to...
Oh? And what is this? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right foot. Or perhaps, or could it be the hip? You never saw there, so you can't have any idea. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba. Shoot! You never saw there, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
You're wrong. There's another part of the...
Oh? Is it the... or the left hand? Maybe the... or perhaps the... or could it be the hip? You never saw it, so you can't have. I'm telling you now.
No, that's wrong! Mukuro, a representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand. And there... So...
Yeah, well, okay. It could have been...
Yeah! We were in the gym.
But, uh-oh! No snappy comeback. Did I...
If you insist, I don't mind showing you. What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond...
Your hand!
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning.
I thought you didn't want any...
If it means we get another step closer to... My scars...
No, not...
Then this much, there can be no...
On top of my... sorry.
Not at all. You can say what I...
Sure. As long as it means because if you haven't...
That's true.
On the contrary.
You're not going.
I promise you.
Then some.
And after the culprit,
If she was, she...
then she...
I got it! and I have no doubt. In fact,
So then they say,
That's just. Where's your evidence? Prove that.
there is no evidence. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it. Now that the conversation has turned to the topic, because the key to uncovering your secret identity,
You talking about unmasking?
you see, the biolab can take
La la la. I can.
such a child.
Hey, by the way, Makoto.
what?
Your. Don't. So what? Why your mom, your dad, are they really acting?
Just calm down, Makoto.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Proof! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
I refuse to give up yet!
Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! 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 I'm not listening! What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? I'm not listening! You're getting all riled up! Are you sure about this? That's impossible! I'm not listening!
This should prove it! The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is... the lights!
talking about?
Like I said before. And as part of that, a giant, that's where everyone who's...
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it.
In other words, if the blue light is on...
But I counted up the number, and there were...
What is that?
I refuse to give up yet! The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is...
Get behind!
But like I said before. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died...
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue...
In other words, if the blue light is on...
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, and there were only 9.
Why does that matter?
I got it! That's right. But according to the lights in the bio...
You're seeing a dead body?
I got it! The master...
But if they wanted to do that, they would have just... And yet, her bottom...
It may very well be.
And if that's true, then what...
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths. But there were only 9, but that's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How...
I got it! What about if... Officially, 10 but one of the victims may have been murdered. And then murdered again.
Murdered and... murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims.
Technically, you're right.
Could easily have happened. No. It
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was...
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the
No, that's creepy. Besides, who could that
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries.
Nothing's gonna become... Because Kyoko's... Who is this someone else that... Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Shoot!
Who is this Was it
Sayaka? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Manjo Kiyotaka? Ishikifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered.
No, it's wrong. Junko, wasn't her fatal injury... Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across... When you compare...
Yes, and that explains why those...
Junko, then her body was kept in the box. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same? Wait,
It means that there haven't been 10, which also means that among the...
And that's the true identity?
who is it?
We already know the answer. She took Junko's body and made it look like she was... So... A little silence. The body we found in the garden wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the mastermind's true.
What do you say, Monokuma?
The body wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. So the mastermind's...
What do you say, Monica?
The body we found wasn't Mukuro.
No, that's wrong. No. The body's appearance, right, Kyoko?
She was 5'6", everything in her profile.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo.
But...
Here's my answer. Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead... But we saw her get impaled. If Junko were still alive, the death we... But you yourself confirmed...
She was dead.
So...
It must be...
Then you're with...
I know you gave it your...
This case hasn't been... You haven't given up all...
No!
That's all what... Junko, absolutely...
Then both of them are dead, right?
I think we need to look at this. Let's assume Junko...
Now I understand. That's it. That's right. But specifically,
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse.
which is why the body's height...
I don't know anything about this.
I got it! Then they wouldn't have had to switch at the
Hold on. It's actually Mukuro all along?
I had, like, a normal
When we first met, none of us knew who any... So So Mukuro could have simply told us, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them.
Wait! But Mukuro... Junko never had any...
She could have hidden it with found. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we...
But
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I could... So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma.
Wait, so this whole
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan.
The reason such an elaborate plan was
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair. In other words, it would be fair to say that...
What's wrong?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible.
And why haven't you been saying it?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko...
Then why did you try and protect...
I tried to... When did I...
Shoot! I refuse to give up yet! The two of them? I got it!
It would have been totally obvious
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke! What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up! That's impossible! What do you want? What do you want? That's impossible!
This should prove it. The video was... I noticed it just in all the photos.
What's up?
I got it! Junko's face. It's hard to believe her face would just happen, and on top of that, in this photo, so in other words, at that... With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the group... Which is why you had to have pictures that did, because if we could have seen her face, then it would have... That the Junko in the pictures...
I believe everything looks Junko.
And she's the one behind... She's the true...
With this, the identity...
There's no more room for... All proof... Here's exactly what happened. We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the reason. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name... But it wasn't long before she died. Junko Enoshima. The killer is you! Her body... Junko, she fabricated. Meanwhile... Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile... Then she put the same mask. This was all to make us think the put she wanted. Finally, by strapping a bomb she needed to hide the body's truth, she had to make sure we didn't find out it was. This is the truth, and the one who carried it. The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this.
What? Are
You can't get out of...
Come on!
It's not like you're in danger.
Give it up, Junko.
Oh, did you really think this? Wrong!
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear. If you swear your fealty, we've even drawn up the deed already. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma, it was like I was stuck in purgatory. Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face?
I feel like this...
I got it! That's right! It was before... And... you were on it!
Wow, you have a pretty good memory.
So I was right. Then what you told me...
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same.
I'm me. And Mukuro she tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind are twins.
Twins!
I know, it's such a cliche, right? So basically, with the older sister, tough and proud, that was Mukuro. Younger sister, smart and cute, that was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima! And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair! Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins... Oh, that again? You have any... Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears! Just make up whatever answer you want, I don't give a shit! The truth's fucking lame anyway!
But if she was your twin...
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean! Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, but after looking at the situation, I determined it would because naturally, she turned out leaving me behind to run off and join, so I decided to play the role of director, and I could have let her work alongside me, but besides, 15 student, of course. The fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of... Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista, and that's... Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra, unworthy of line, being the utter disappointment that she was, which is precisely why I killed her.
That can't be your only reason.
Well, no, of course not.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know? If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, so I changed things just a bit and decided to use...
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal. Just as I suspect, when Mukuro was killed, she...
Well, you're right! There's no way Mukuro could have pulled... But she did teach you all a very...
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister!
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never... Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have when I was born. I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.